Today I'm comparing three Dutch pour mixing methods: water only, Floetrol, and Liquitex pouring medium, to see which gives the best control, cells, and finish. Plus, as a bonus at the end, I'm seeing if you can skip the mixing entirely with ready-to-pour paints. Welcome back to Intasi. I'm Vanessa, and today we're looking for three things: how easy the mix is to blow out, how the cells develop, and most importantly, how they look once they are dry. Let's get into the first test, the old school water method. When mixing acrylic paint with just water, we want to make sure the paint is of high quality. Otherwise, the pigments will break apart, creating all sorts of complications. If you're using smooth, high-quality paint, mixing with just water is not an issue. However, in my experience, brands like Artist Loft or Bleaks have a harder time dissolving in water. You have to add just a few drops at a time to avoid lumps. The same applies to craft paint. Rinska Dona, the creator of the Dutch pour technique, has mentioned the importance of using good quality paint. I believe her brand of preference is Winsor & Newton, and I've also seen her use Amsterdam. Rinska is such an elegant artist. Her creations are always flowy, delicate, and balanced. She has a course that I highly recommend if you truly want to make stunning Dutch pours, and I'll link her channel in the description box. For this test, I'm mixing 1 teaspoon of Arteza with 1 teaspoon of water to get the right consistency. A 0 trace with no mount. Personally, I don't like mixing paint with just water, but we're doing a comparison here, so I went for it. All my colors were mixed with almost the same ratio, give or take a few drops of water to adjust. Our second set of paints was mixed using only Floetrol and water to thin. You want to shake the bottle really well and strain it to avoid clumps. Floetrol has a gooey, richer consistency that extends your paint, which is why it requires less actual paint. Half a teaspoon of paint mixed with 2 teaspoons of Floetrol plus 1 1/4 teaspoon of water gave me that 0 trace consistency I was looking for. Liquitex is our last medium to test. Normally, I would mix this with Floetrol or Oatrol to give my paints more body. Liquitex is very thin, but it contains binders that keep your acrylic paint together, and it also is quite sticky. So you won't need much water with this medium to reach the perfect consistency. For my base, I'm using Artist Loft Soft Body Acrylic in white, and I made 3 separate mixes to match the colors. Rinska has a video comparing water and Floetrol, but her base was mixed with just water for both tests. I'll link that video for you as well. I placed push pins on my canvas and put painter's tape around the edges because I wanted an even spread of my base paint. Right away, as I laid my water-mixed colors, the halo of doom appeared. That usually happens when your paints are very thin. The only time I'm happy to see a halo is when I lay down my cell activator. But I kept going, curious to see how this would turn out. I'm removing the tape carefully. Actually, I should have done this before putting down my colors. And then bringing out the blow dryer with the attachment in place. You want to blow this on the cool setting at low speed. Lay down extra white paint, blow the white over your colors, and then blow the colors out in the opposite direction. The second batch is with the Floetrol. It's the same process, so I'll speed this part up a bit. There isn't much of a halo with this one, but the colors are expanding. Here is where I noticed my colors were on the thicker side because the low speed was barely moving them. So I switched to high speed and it worked just fine. I'll repeat the process with the Liquitex and meet you back for the bonus part. I had to test my Master's Touch ready mixed paints with this technique to see how they'd fare. These paints have a thin consistency but hold their own. I had to put the blow dryer on high speed to move them, and honestly they gave a nice effect. No cells, but I wasn't expecting any because they are dense paints. However, I think they'll work if I tweak them with a little bit of water. That's an experiment for another day. As soon as I started filming the flyovers, I knew all the things I wanted to change for the next round. For starters, no water only mixing. The cells were losing their shapes almost right away. Also, it was a huge mistake using the soft body acrylic as a base paint. This is an extremely reactive paint and it was quite literally eating up the colors as they dried. The Floetrol piece was the best one for me, though I'm not quite thrilled with the amount of lacing it created. I already have a plan for my next one, so stay tuned. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite and what mixtures you'd like to see next. Thank you for painting with me today. Sharing all my tips, recipes, and experiments makes me happy, and I hope they help you on your creative journey. Have a wonderful and peaceful week. See you in the next one.